Well, good morning, everybody. I think we're going live. It's raining, so the signal's going to be really, really bad. And I hope I'm on hotspot instead of Wi-Fi. If I'm on Wi-Fi, we may just lose signal when I pull out of the driveway. I'm not really sure. I think we're on 4G or 5G. Well, we'll find out when I pull out of the driveway. If I get halfway up the block and the show ends, well, then you know I was on Wi-Fi. I have a show today. I am not ready for it. I hope I have people in there bidding today. I did a first run last week and it wasn't very good. I didn't have the right system and figured out. I was originally going to make a whole bunch of not listings, but just pictures with numbers in my app. Now I'm still doing that for individual items, just so you can kind of know a few things that might be in my show. But that's not the point of the show today. The show at 1 o'clock today, Central, is so I can save you guys a bunch of money and empty my warehouse. I've closed my eBay. I have invested over $1 million worth of my money into products I'm liquidating. I don't want to get $1 million back. I just want that warehouse empty. So I'm trying to get half of my money back. So I am literally making a show so I don't have to spend the money to do listings or anything. What I do is I have a listing that's boxes. Now, that doesn't sound very good, does it? I'm getting messages. But it is. It's just a box. You're buying a box. You're not buying anything in the box. You're just buying a box. What changes that is when you get to the show, you don't buy anything first. You go to the show and you just ask me. And I'll give you directions in the show today. It's pretty easy. You just come in there and say, do you have bedding? I'll say, what do you need? And we look to see if we have the bedding that you're looking for. My employee's coming with a big umbrella. I don't know if you can see that. Betty Boop's run off, the dog, in the rain. She might even be in the house. Is she in the house? You let her out? Well, then she can stay in the rain. We got things to do. Stupid. Oh, she might come. Yeah, she's gonna come. She knows she'll get locked out in the rain if she doesn't come. She's in her, I don't know how she still is in heat. She is fixed, but she goes in heat. I don't think they did her right. She doesn't have puppies, so she can't have babies, but I don't think they actually did her fixing right, because I didn't think they went in heat as much after they were fixed, but I may be wrong. So because of that, she's not obeying too well. She's running up and down the street. Well, back to it. So Wednesday, today, at 1 o'clock, I'm going to be on. And what you do is you get in the show and you say, I want bedding. So I'll say, well, what kind of bedding do you want? Queen size, king size, whatever you need. You say, I'm looking for sheets, pillowcases, comforters, anything. I'm selling it in my store. Tell me what you intend to do, because that will affect how this comes out. Because my employee will hear that and he'll know, oh, they want to resell. He'll avoid grabbing the ones with the packages that aren't perfect and stuff. And we will sort this as we go. So this is how it works. He just run around with a huge umbrella. Use that over at my mom's. I'm not going in the rain. I can't breathe, guys. I am so full of water. I had to overdose on oxygen just to be able to get to the hospital today. And I even have my little emergency breather here. Yeah, I'm full. I have no room in my lungs for anything but water. Every time it's raining like this, she's just going to have to get wet. That's all. And now you have an umbrella. You can walk up to mom's and everything else. She's not going to be very happy with her today. Oh, crap. Oh, good. This is just a survey. I hate it when I get a thing from Social Security, because they screw with me all the time.
Harry, oh, sorry, Harry.
No, this is a bill. I don't know what this is. I'm kind of lollygagging a little bit before I pulled out. Betty Boop never came, right?
She's behind the house.
She's under the house, yeah. She's scared of the rain, too. I thought she was up and down the street trying to
Maybe
get her.
Once, no, it's afraid. It's behind the house.
Yeah, she'll be here.
It's raining.
Look what they want.
For what?
I'm not paying.
This is scam, yeah.
Oh, I know. It's such a crock of shit. sorry, old eBay crap.
Oh, it's eBay?
Yeah, it's eBay.
So far, send you a
Well, yeah, because you know what they did? And I'm not paying them. They can go to hell. Listen to what eBay did. You know, I've been selling on there for years and years and years and years. I told them months ago I'm going to close my store. I did not want to renew my annual subscription. They renewed my annual subscription. Next day, closed my store. Now they send me a bill to pay the $624, which is the early payout for the annual subscription. Do you think I'm going to pay that? They go to hell. But that's how shady and tacky they are. All that's documented. Yeah, and they send it to me like days after they close the store. All that's documented. I called in. I said, I don't want any bill. I don't want you to renew my store. I want it to end. They continued it 1 month after I told them already to turn it off. So I just let it go. I just let them end them every day, whatever was renewing, I let them in. So I let them do that extra month. That still did not put me where I would have to renew my store. They automatically renewed my store knowing that it was closed, no items in it, and send me a bill for $624. Do you think I'm going to pay them? I'm not paying them. I don't have a store there. What the hell would I pay them for? And why would they bill me for a year's worth of service when my store is closed? And I got that in what, days if the store closed?
Yeah, so fast.
Trying to get $624 more out of me. They're not getting a dime. I fulfilled my contract. I didn't do anything wrong. See, they're just trying to be scandalous. You know how they do, guys. I have heard so many people on Facebook saying, yeah, they automatically renewed me for an anchor store and I have 100 listings. I told them I was closing my store down. Everyone I know is closing, so. At least the new people, the new products. That sucks, right? So now I have to take my time and call them. Yes, I have to take my time and call them and say, why are you billing me for a closed store? Or I can just let them say collection, whatever. I can care less. I don't use credit, guys, so I can care less. I buy everything cash. House, cars, products, everything. I don't use credit at all. What, are they going to affect my credit rating? I don't care. I don't use it. That really ticks me off. Trying to squeeze an extra $624 out of me. Yeah, they do that because they know, oh, he's probably not going to pay it. But when he decides to start listing things in a couple years, because I'll list lots, whatever doesn't sell up, then we'll be able to get this money out of him. That's exactly what that is. Guys, I used to write the policies and procedures for major corporations all over the world, so I know exactly what they're doing. Yes, I know. You got a cat scratch. Did you sanitize that? It's probably going to get infected. We are not doing very well today. Not very well at all. I don't know. It smells awful. Did the dog go to the bathroom or something? It smells bad in the car. I think I had the windows down. Are you sure you didn't go to the bathroom?
Where's Bobo?
He's looking for Betty Boop. Betty's Boop's not with us today. She's at the house somewhere. Hiding under the house. She'll be all upset when we get home. I should be very quick today, but I have to go 3 times today. You heard me right. 3 times I have to go to the hospital today and get drained all 3 times. Like I said, the only reason I'm not like blacked out right now is I just overdosed on oxygen. And I have a little breather in the car that I'll probably have to use fairly soon. This is going to be a short video. My lips blue yet? No? Okay. As long as my lips aren't blue, we're okay. They're getting purple, but that's okay. So, yeah, I'm actually in kind of a rush to get to the hospital today because I need to have my lungs drained so I can actually breathe. And I have to go 3 times today. I'm only covered for 2. You heard that right? Mom's not going to like that at all. I have to tell my mom I actually have to pay 1 extra time today. And yesterday I picked up all my drips and stuff, but I'm good for the week. I'm not getting any extra medicine. That's the one good thing about this lung drain stuff. Yeah, I might have to go get my lungs drained all the time. Can't have it. A nurse is supposed to come do it this morning. She did. She said, oh, you're full. You need to go in. I knew that was the case. She just came by as a token. She already told me, you know it's raining, you're going to end up going in. I said, I know. I'm going to come by and check just in case we can do it, but they're going to have you come in. I mean, we knew it at 2 o'clock in the morning. So that's what's going on. And I have my show at 1, which is going to be, I'll be all good for that. I have empty lungs and nice oxygen, so I'll be all good for my show. It's a real opportunity, and the only time you're going to get these items for sale is when you ask for them. There's no listings for you to look at and choose what you want. No, you just come in there and say, hey, do you have any solar baubles? Those little things that the little heads jiggle. My employee will run into the warehouse and pull out, I had a little trouble, run to the warehouse and pull out several totes of those. And then we just start filling boxes. Doesn't have to be the person that asked for the items either. If you're in there and I hold up something and you want it, I give you a number when I hold the item up. Make sure you write the item, the name, and the price down that I quoted you. Because you will not get these prices ever again. What I mean, let's say I'm selling this newspaper. I have to have something in my hand. I wouldn't sell those online. Those are junk. Those are junk. I wouldn't sell those online. All right, whatever. I'm selling this new paper online. Let's say I paid $10 for the newspaper. Now, that would be stupid, but I'm just doing this for numbers. So I paid $10 for the item. I paid 10. Let's say it's worth 20 online. You're going to end up paying 5 for that item or less. The reason I say 5 or less is whatever I paid for the item, I'm going to quote you half the price or less to bid on the item. So let's say, $5 for that newspaper, that's great, I'll take it. So and I'll give you a number, item NP1, newspaper 1. So you don't buy it, you just write that down and add it up. And I'll say, okay, whatever the screen name is you're using, so-and-so, perfect finds for you 1, item 1. At $2, I'll give you an extra discount. So you write down $2. The item number, which doesn't really mean much, it's just for the show to make it easy for my employee. He'll go back to the video and look at the numbers to make sure all the boxes are right before we ship it. But basically, we are shipping these boxes as you're buying the stuff. But you've not bought anything yet, and don't, because you'll give me your total at the end when you're like, okay, I bought these items, I'm ready to check out. Whenever you're ready to check out, I say, okay, let me look at your list. I'll look at the list of items that you bought, which actually are already going to be in the box. My employee will then weigh that box and figure out what the shipping is. Now, this is loss liquidations, guys. So chances are, if the shipping is very, $5, $10, chances are you're just going to put it in the same box what the item's totaled up to. And you'll get that extra little $5 or $6 discount on the shipping being free. But let's say you buy $20 worth of stuff. Now that sounds like, it'd probably be a $25 box, only 5 extra or so to ship it. I always lose a little on shipping because I toss it in. But that's not the case in this situation. Let's say I had 2 comforters that I bought in a clearance lot for $10 a piece. You paid $5 a piece for them, so your total order only comes to $10. But these comforters are huge, man. It could be a whole bed set. Your order only came to $10. But the comforters are going to cost $30 freaking to mail to you. You're not going to get that for a $10 box. You'd probably get it for a $45, where I lose even more money. But I'm trying to make these prices, or a $35 box or something. I'm trying to make these prices. So what I paid, and I'm a great shopper, so it's already a good deal at the full price of what I paid. But I'm trying to make this so what I paid for the item, and then after you buy several items, you have to buy a few items to really make money. You can do it on a single item and get a great deal. If you want to make money, you need to buy several items because putting it all together saves you money. So if you only paid $10 for 2 great big comforters that cost $30 to mail, you're going to be buying a $40 box. So you actually paid $20 a comforter. Now, I got those in clearance. I'm talking about ones that are valued about $80, $90. I got those in clearance, so you're paying the price I quoted you. What gets you is the extra little shipping at the end. Now, if you're buying all small stuff, for example, I'm doing some of these orders in private messages. Actually, I haven't even sold anything in my show yet. I've sold a lot in private private messages. You want to deal with this? You deal with this. Okay, you know how much and everything.
One for it.
No. 6.
1, 2.
Yes. I have to go in twice, and I have to get my head treated with UV today. I actually have to go in 2 more times today. I'm full of fluid. I do have my portable oxygen in here. You guys are never going to see me use that thing because I look like a moron. Of these 2 big old tubes stuck up on my nose and this little thing I push. You can see the air going in and out. And I got this little breathing mask. I look like an idiot, so I'm not going to show you guys that. I'm doing good though. Man, my lips aren't blue yet. All right, so I'm going to go get my lungs drained because it rained. In case you're wondering, the scar on my neck, I have a lot of damage. I have no... You have hair in your lung. I don't know if you really know that. But there's hairs all up and down. And that actually filters out all the crap. And then there's capillaries very near the surface, which heat up or cool down or whatever it happens to be. Air that you breathe in. I don't have any of that. So everything I breathe in, nothing gets caught. No moisture, no nothing. It doesn't get heated either. So normally when you breathe in moist air, you're hotter inside. So when you exhale, a lot of that moisture is forced out. It doesn't work that way with me because the air going in is the same temperature going out almost, just a few degrees difference. So I have a lot of problems with breathing when it's moist. When it's super cold, my lungs can get frostbite. That's it. And I get infections. Summer, I get bacterial infections and I get fluid. I don't have problems with the fluid when it's cold. I have problems with the fluid when it's wet. And so that's kind of what I'm dealing with today. My mom is totally unprepared for this today. I wasn't supposed to. As a matter of fact, I was supposed to have a nurse only and not even have to go to the hospital today. But instead, the nurse came and I have to go to the hospital 3 times today. So, yeah. And I had my show in the middle of the day. But that's okay. It's not going to be a big deal. The first drain that I get this morning is the important one. Then I'll do my show. If there's people in there buying, I will just keep going. I can go all the way till 6 o'clock tonight. Then I go in about 6. I have to be there around 6. And then I come home, and then in the middle of the night, they are scheduling me because they're concerned that I might have problems because it's going to rain again. They're concerned that I might have problems by tomorrow morning because when the nurse came at 3, I wasn't in a very good way. So we got me fixed up. I got my oxygen. I'm doing good. She drained out what she could, but I'm still completely full. So I'm going to go get my lungs drained. But I'm bothered by that. Can you tell? I'm really ticked off because I had made special arrangements. I paid a little extra money. I got less money that I need to pay for the bill, but I actually paid more than it cost to have the nurse there. So it actually cost me quite a bit of money today. And it didn't work. See, what was supposed to happen, the nurse was going to come at 3. Well, she did come at 3 in the morning, drain my lungs. I would have done my normal visit. Like this trip that I'm making right now, I wasn't supposed to have to do because the nurse would have come. But even if I was bad, I should have been able to have the nurse come, drain my lungs, make my normal visit, get the dehydrant treatment so I wouldn't need it till the next day. They're not even going to give me the dehydrant treatment today. I'm going to go up, get drained, go up and get drained again, and then go up and get drained tomorrow night. Then based on the moisture level and the weather and everything, we'll determine if I have to do that again. Probably not. The reason it's so bad today, it's a combination. I went in yesterday, everything was pretty good. I had a little bit of a sinus, I don't know if you can still tell, but I was sneezing. I had a little bit of a sinus infection, which freaks me out. So that drained into my lungs, which got nasty, but I didn't get a bacterial infection set in, at least that I know of. So no complication, I just have fluid in the lung that I can't get out. And I'm not prepared for this. I cannot believe eBay sent me a bill for $624 trying to rip me off after my store closed, charging me for a year's worth of service. I cannot believe that. I would have caught that. If I had written their corporate automated emails, I would have had an algorithm to catch that. You need to check to make sure the person's still selling online before you send them a bill. But that's what they did. They send me a closing bill. They extended my store a month past when I told them to close it so they could send me a bill for a whole nother year. Do you think I'm going to pay it? Hell no. Not just no, but hell no. Sorry for the language. That just irks me. I mean, everything about the new eBay makes my stomach turn. They totally changed from what they were supposed to be. The founder of the company made it to be a community-based platform, so everyone was equal. Everyone had a fair share of a chance to sell their items. He purposely turned down unbelievable sums of money to keep the company that way. The minute they get this new idiot in there, well, I can't say that because I know that's not really true. Unfortunately, I'm too honest. They had been serendipitously planning this for quite some time. That's the truth. Then they brought in some figureheads to try to make this, we're going to improve the site. But their whole objective was to put the groundwork so they could micromanage all the sellers and get rid of the bad ones, which is really everyone but a box store now. And they did it. And that was all right. They got rid of a lot of crappy sellers, and there's a lot of them out there. Not so much anymore. But then they all of a sudden the light went on. And I'll tell you when that light went on. It went on right after my meeting. I flew out there. They realized that while I was ka-chinging all the time during all of their meetings, the only person to make sales 24/7, and lots of them, hundreds, while I was in the meetings, I was the only one ka-chinging. Well, that definitely got their attention. They want to know, how come every 5 minutes he's got a sale? What's he selling? Everything. Well, then how come he's getting so many sales? Because I was in direct competition with eBay itself, which is their investment in China. I got to be careful. So not too long after that, PayPal split off. That was good advice they took of mine. And then after that, not too long, they had figured out, the only way we can truly control what sells is to change the search engine to a product-to-consumer platform like the big guys, like Amazon. But we'll get bad press if we say we're trying to be like Amazon. So the entire time they were becoming Amazon, they were screaming, we'll never be Amazon, we'll never be Amazon, we're not going to do anything like Amazon. Go look at their search engine platform. Now, it's a mess now, guys. Your search engine is useless on eBay. But when it's done, it's going to work just like Amazon's pretty much. There are some variations. They are two different companies. They don't operate exactly the same. I bet I'm going to end up having to go in there. This is taking a very long time. All right, so I hope they hurry. I've got to be back here for my show at 1 o'clock. I don't want to say too much more, but I'll just say this, that once they figured out that the only way they were going to kill all of their competition was to control what comes up in their search engine. Well, they couldn't do that in a fair marketplace. Hey, Kim! They couldn't do that in a fair marketplace, so they just turned it into a product-to-consumer platform just like Amazon. Now, there's nothing wrong with product-to-consumer platforms if you just want to flip a handful of products that you find a window for every so often. But I run a thriving business. I have volume sales, 150, 200 sometimes a day, every day, out the door. Well, for the last year, I've been ending listings because none of them come up in search, and I still have the same 5 thefts a day. That never changed. So going from 150 sales a day, or 100 even, down to 15, 20, and out of which only 1 or 2, if I'm lucky, came from eBay search. The rest of them are repeat buyers and customers that I already had. And then, of course, 5 are thefts a day. 5 crooks hit me almost every day, or did. So this is no longer eBay. That's a pile of crap. If I wanted a pile of crap, I'd sell on Amazon. What I mean by that is I want to have a business, my store. That's why I have QWebCo Global. I'm a global business, sell worldwide. Everybody knows who I am. They buy from me. They know what my policies are. They know there's all kinds of extra little goodies in there. And soon I'll have 30,000 products. I'm almost to 10 now, 10,000. Listings, at least, not products, listings. Most are multivary, and I sell worldwide. But it's it's different. It's a different game that I play. I'm not going to get near the sales that I did on the platforms because my shipping takes longer. Since I'm a global store, the item comes from the closest warehouse to where the buyer is. That could be anywhere on the planet. They may get it in a week. It may take 3 weeks. I don't know. And since I don't know, I tell them your packages will take anywhere from a week to 3 weeks to arrive. Because that's what I can honestly tell them. Lose a lot of sales over that, I'm sure, at least in the US. The rest of the world doesn't care. They want to save the money because my price point is considerably less than most platforms. So I'm doing well with it. Now I'm doing gangbusters, but I never intended to because the products don't mean anything to me. They don't. I could care less. They're not even in my warehouse. They're just to provide products so when people shop, they can get anything on the planet they want and fairly reasonably fast. At least very good price. If not fast, you'll notice the better the price, the slower the shipping chances are. Because it's all based on my cost for shipping. Because that's what I have to pay. So my global business is doing well. Enough that I could care less about flushing $1 million worth of eBay products. That's my $1 million. That's not what it's worth online. It's worth way more than that. Why else am I doing that? I have another business opportunity that actually will make me money, and I actually don't have to answer 5 thieving emails a day on. And it doesn't require me to do anything except pay a little money. That's the kind of businesses I like to do. So what I'm doing is I'm dumping $1 million worth of inventory off on this show at different times. I'm going to do it till it's all gone, or I burn it all up in a big bonfire, because that is what it means to me. Because I have the opportunity to make real money with another business that I don't even have to invest in an entirely huge amount of money. Basically, what eBay is trying to rip me off for on a closed store, $624 frickin'. Can't believe they have the audacity to send me that bill for a store that's already closed. For what that costs, I can do my first investment into a project that will flip me that amount of profit weekly. So I spend $600 and I make a $600 profit every week. Every week, without fail. And that's the minimum amount. Basically what I'm doing is I'm taking a warehouse that's now just a bunch of dead eBay items because they're not even on eBay. I'm going to liquidate those off at clearance, below clearance. Just get it out of my warehouse prices online, only online. I don't want to take time to make up a bunch of listings. If I'm going to do that, I'll list them in my stores. I'll sell them off eBay. I could do that just as easy. But I don't have time to sit around and wait for these things to sell. Also, I have another business venture that I can do that's going to make me real money without any drama. And not even online, just local. What I'm going to be doing is I am a global store. I can order anything on the planet I wish. So I have wholesale contracts. So what I'm going to do is I'm just simply going to order all the parts for a motorcycle and have my employee put it together. Not just one either. And ATVs. I have a friend in Kansas City that is in part of the little ATV motorcycle clubs. They're exchanging and buying motorcycles from each other right and left all the time. Every day someone's swapping a motorcycle, buying a new one. So I'll be able to beat the price that they're paying here in Kansas City by a lot, because my markup is my employee's salary and the warehouse that I'm emptying out. That's my markup. I have to pay a little bit for the location in Kansas City where they'll be, which I'll just give them a little commission off the sale. So no overhead outlay except for my initial investment. When I get the money back, I just buy the next sets and just keep doing that. I don't have to do anything except order. I just ask my employee, did you get all the bikes up there that you have on sale? Great. How much money did you make? Great. Wonderful. I'm going to go buy you 3 more. What kind do you want? Pick them. He goes in, looks at the catalog, boom, 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 boom. I order all the parts. They come fairly quickly. I get those fairly quick. Those are U.S. fulfillment. See, I don't mention I have U.S. fulfillment because then everyone thinks everything in my store is U.S. fulfilled. It's not. That's why I say 3 weeks, but I get that in about a week. So I just order my wholesale parts. My employee puts it together. He jumps on it, drives it up to where it is. That's its test drive. It gets parked, padlocked. He gets paid. He goes up when he drops the next one off, gets the money for the last one that he just sold, and just does that every day until they're all gone, which is never, because I have an unlimited resource wholesale. You would be amazed what the markup is on those things, guys. It's a lot. It's a whole lot. It's more than you might even really believe. Those little things that cost you $1,000 do not cost near $1,000 to buy and have delivered. I can even get them assembled for half of that price. Okay, so I can make $500 having them come shipped directly to where I want them to sell, right off the bat. Not do any work, but I have to have something to keep my employee paid. So it'll keep him out of my house too. He can stay in the warehouse and work. I hate it when he's in the house because every 5 minutes he's coming over. What about this? What about that? How do I do this? Well, go to the warehouse and do some work or something. Because I'm sitting there trying to write a blog. You know, I'm sitting here trying to write a blog. What is taking so long? I might have to go in there. Oh, they might be talking about the sales stuff. I've been dumping stuff off for my mom. I don't know why it's taking 30 minutes to get in there. Maybe she's not up yet. But he's in the house, I think. Or is he sitting on the porch? Give me just a minute. The idiot would probably be just sitting on the porch and not even come tell me. He's going to be sitting there for 30 minutes. He hadn't even knocked on the door. Wouldn't surprise me. No, I guess he's in there. They must be talking about something. I really wish he would hurry. Can you tell I'm anxious? I have no air, and my lungs are full of fluid, and the only reason I can breathe, or I'm not breathing, the only reason I'm not passed out is because I'm on oxygen. The longer we sit here, the sooner I'm going to have to reach in the glove box and put my little stupid mask on and stuff, which I don't like to do, especially when I'm driving. I don't know what's taking so freaking long. All right, so, oh, what is this? More people want donations. Now that everyone knows that I'm getting rid of a bunch of stuff and I've done a bunch of donations, I donated probably about $80,000 worth of stuff already. Everybody and their brother is sending me little cards. Oh, donate with us, donate with us. What is this they want? Oh, no, this they want recycling and waste. Oh, to resell, yeah. Items, furniture, clothes, e-waste, miscellaneous bulk debris, appliances, tires. They want tires too. Hey! Well, that took forever.
Your father lost his phone. It's not working.
It's not working at all?
No, lost the phone.
Did you put the thing back on there for him?
I can't do it now. Si no, keep the phone.
What? The iPhone? No, we're selling that.
Well,
I'm not giving him an iPhone. We'll go buy him a phone
from
my store online. Tell him to go look at my store and buy a phone. He's never bought a phone. He can buy one. His contract's long since up. I pay for my folks' phone. I buy them phones.
Harry.
I've done it like
in the back
for the last 20 years. I bought all their phones. But
I need to fix it before.
Fix this. All you have to do is move the image over back to where he had it.
It's not the phone. You cannot get phone calls. The image is gone. Like a deleted.
5
the icon.
seconds.
Yeah, no.
Here.
I have the password.
Just look for where his phone dialer is.
In the back, Harry. Or close it. I can look in a minute.
You just go to his phone dialer. Download a new. Hey.
Yeah, it's what.
Download a new dialer, and he just lost his icon.
I know. And
So just
I
put
can't
him
find
in.
Harry.
You can fix that then. But if he wants a new phone, tell him to buy it from from keywebco.com, and I'll give him a discount.
Harry in the back.
I'll make it the same price that I actually paid for it. But he can pick a really good phone in there. I've got good ones. They're not. He would have to get the AT&T one or one that's compatible. I'll just send him a list of ones he can look at. You can just order one from me. Yeah, no, that other phone. I think I'm going to sell my iPhone. I don't even know if she's in here. Hey, Kim. I think I'm going to sell my iPhone to Perfect Finds for You, but I'm not sure.
No, have a little scratch the glass.
She don't care.
Yeah.
It's got a little scratch on the glass.
That's perfect.
Other than that, shut up.
Whatever.
God, interrupts constantly. So I think I'm going to, as I was saying, I think I'm going to sell my iPhone 7 to Perfect Finds for You, but she's an Android person. She's not really set on getting an iPhone, but she will be set when she gets it for the price I sell it to her for. It's a $700 phone used, guys. I get top of the line. And it's what, 2 years old? Or 3?
The iPhone 7? It's iPhone 7.
No, it's 3.
iPhone 7 Plus, the big one.
It's the big one, the iPhone 7.
The last
It was
design.
just before they made
They
the
did.
X Max, which is what I have now. That's what I'm using now. I sold one of them to my friend Melissa Paz for some inventory. As a matter of fact, you can actually see that inventory. Let me see, where do I have it? Poshmark. I have some DeLuna at Poshmark. Go to my Poshmark. It's Key Webco on Poshmark. I think I have a Facebook page for it. I do have a Poshmark Facebook page. Go there and look up DeLuna, D-L-U-N-A, DeLuna. That is Melissa Paz's, it's now my brand because I bought it, but that was the brand she was developing before she decided to get out of all this crap. So I bought it from her. Yes.
Cool.
I got out of all this crap. Or she got out of all this crap. So I said, well, we've got all this DeLuna products that we bought together. It was pre-releasing of a big luggage set, so it was just bought together. We're just hitting the highway right now. Look at the time. I'm going to be late.
Well, I don't know if we just want.
I don't care. I'm going to be late.
Let that be blocked. Okay, I do it.
Sorry. I'm in a really bad intersection. That's why I stopped. Not just being interrupted. All right, so I got an RV in front of me. This is going to take a minute. Let me turn off that. My lights on, yeah. Oh, that's not an RV, that's a trailer. I'm pulling. Alright, I'm not stopping. Alright, I got through that intersection. No drama, no muss, no fuss. Alright, sorry, talking about Melissa Paz, she just called me and interrupted our video, so I had to hang up on her. She'll probably realize I'm on live, because whenever I hang up on her, she knows I'm live. I know what she's calling about. She's been really busy. Melissa Paz and I are very, very good friends. It was started a long time ago. We'll talk a little bit about us. She's still a very good friend of mine, even though she's not doing e-commerce now. She's the one that one of them that told me to get out a long time ago, and I was like an idiot. I hung around for a year. But Melissa and I did a lot of business together. She did the Amazon. I don't do Amazon. I don't like product-to-consumer catalogs. And like eBay is now, that's why I closed it. It's useless to me. So, but flipping products, anyone can flip products. I don't have time for that. I have thousands of listings, thousands of products, worldwide stores, huge networks of video and marketing that I do. I have to sell thousands of products a month, not hundreds. And you cannot do that in a product-to-consumer catalog because the search engine is completely manipulated by the platform, and only what they want to sell sells. You can hear whatever bull crap you want to listen to, but what works down mathematically is their value assigned. If they've invested in it, obviously they think they invested in good companies. So what do you think the top matrix is? Come on, guys, grow up. Pay attention to what you're reading and really figure out how it works. So, I know that. So I still have value though. There's still value to product consumer catalogs. If you have one product, one little tiny niche, one little corner they've given you that you might be able to squeeze a penny out of. Well, I'm not that. I'm a big business. I don't want to have just one little niche that I found that nobody else is back, that nobody else is selling. We're going to have trouble with it. Enough! He's been really bad. Like, hey! Enough! You tell us about it. You tell us about it. Well, you tell us some more. We're messing with the dog now. Oh, you tell me all about it. You tell me how bad I am. I'm just the evil demon from hell. Why don't you give him? He wants that. You know what he wants? See how he got quiet? Mom makes fantastic zucchini bread. Does he ever get any of this? No. Here. My employee, of course, sticks it right in his face so he can bark at it. That's what he wants. I know, you forgot you stick it in there. Put it away where he can't see it.
I know.
That's over zucchini bread, guys. My mom makes really good zucchini bread. Hey! Enough! Enough. He'll do that for a few minutes. Enough. I'm not going to be able to do much more if you don't shut it up. Hey! You have fleas. Telling me he has fleas, he gets all upset.
You have fleas.
You've got fleas.
You have fleas. A lot.
You got lots of fleas. Oh my gosh, we're gonna have to get the flea spray.
Yep.
Oh no, the flea spray.
Yeah, you have fleas.
Oh. Flea spray. He's paying attention. He's still throwing a fit, but he's hearing that flea spray.
You have fleas.
You got fleas. You got fleas. Oh my gosh.
What's
We're
this
gonna
on?
have to get the flea spray and spray Harry Potter. Harry Potter needs sprayed. Oh my gosh. Flea spray.
What's your friend's phone?
He doesn't like that phone. That's what he's barking at. I thought it was the food.
He's making noises on
You know what? My dad probably has music playing in the background turned all the way down. Why don't you go through and delete anything he's got open? You might as well fix his phone up because you know he hasn't cleaned any of the extra data or any cleanup in that thing for a year. That phone is getting to be a piece of crap, isn't it?
It was. It is.
It's an HTC. It's an
That's
okay.
the one I had it on and you use for remote control. And
Why don't you give him that one?
It's the same kind, this one. You buy that
That's
phone.
exactly the same. Oh. He needs a new phone. He'll be quiet for a minute, maybe. All right, guys. So let me finish up here because I'm not gonna be able to talk very long, and my lips are beginning to get a little blue. Hey, would you get that ready for me?
Hold on.
The air. I'm gonna need that real soon. So I'm on my way to the hospital. I screwed around at my mom's house for 30 minutes. I had to be almost there by now. But I'm on my way to the hospital to get my lungs drained. If my transmission holds out. I've been having serious car issues too. Let's see if I get it to shift. There we go. We got it to downshift. Still 3,000 RPMs. All right, I think I got it. Hey, we're not gonna be on here very much longer.
You got fleas. Stop it.
You got fleas. I'm telling you, he has fleas. He gets all upset. All right, so today, let me get finished because we're gonna just keep getting interrupted. Today at 1 o'clock Central Standard Time, in just a few hours, I am going to be live where I'm going to give you the opportunity to buy lots. The only way you are going to be able to buy these items at this very reduced price, because I'm trying to empty a warehouse. This is all loss, guys. This isn't like most people that have a loss sale, loss liquidation. That means that they still have profit margins figured in where they're making a penny or no money at all, but there's still some sort of variant of profit margin. I am liquidating $1 million investment that I have already flushed. And I'm giving sellers the opportunity to buy these items, either to get super great deals for themselves or to resell them and make a lot of money. There's no reason I closed my eBay except for I don't have forever to sit around for $1 million worth of investment to finally sell. I'm too big. I'm not big enough to have the hundreds of thousands of dollars to have all the products here and do the advertising to get people to look for my brand. I'm very close to that point. But I wasn't big enough to invest that money in advertisement on a very slim probability that people would actually look for those products on eBay. It's not worth it, in my opinion. But you can make money doing that a lot. That's the way to do it. So I'm not big enough for that. But I'm not small enough to survive on what I call mom and pop kettle money, a sale here and there. If you don't have any overhead, if I sell this newspaper for $1 and it doesn't cost me anything to get it mailed to you, I don't have to pay for a warehouse, I don't have to pay for an employee, I don't have insurance and tax liabilities and all that. Well, yeah, I can sell all the $1 newspapers I want over the next 20 years. And it doesn't cost me any money except flushing money down on the money on eBay listings. But other than that, it doesn't cost me any money. But if I have to have 50 to 100 sales a day just to run an operational budget to cover all my overhead to sell thousands of products a week, I need a platform that if I search for my own freaking item, it'll come up. I need a platform that if a buyer has been buying solar baubles for me for 50, well, before eBay, I was even selling those on Amazon a little bit. But let's just say eBay, been buying solar baubles from me on eBay for 10 years, $100, $200, $300 of worth. Basically, they buy everything that I collect that year, one of everything. I have lots of collectors that hit me only, because all the rest come from China and they have to wait forever, just like my global store would be. By the way, what's in my global store is the exact same products that eBay's invested in, and a few other companies, not all just eBay. why would I want to compete with another platform? I'll just be another platform. Simple enough. I almost bought one. I'm still tempted. There's a platform that I like. I can't name it because I might buy it. There's a platform I liked, and it failed. It failed miserably because they didn't do what they said they were going to do. But I looked at it, and I can rewrite the code to do exactly what I said I wanted it to do. In other words, I can fix it. That's another reason I'm not naming it. They'll contact me and say, hey, fix our platform, we'll pay you a bunch of money. No, I'm not fixing your freaking platform. That's a huge job, guys. I would do that if I was buying it for myself. You could offer me tens of thousands of dollars, and I'd just tell you to go jump in the lake because it's an inordinate amount of work, and there has to be millions of dollars at the result, not thousands. That's the only reason I'm not mentioning, because they'll contact me immediately. Because they already know I have a pretty good idea how to fix their platform. Because they've been talking to me a little bit, but they did make me an offer to buy it, and I may just, because I can fix it. But I don't need it. That's the thing. Yeah, I might get a few thousands of search customers. Big deal. I can do that on Google. So, I'm still going to just build my own, I think. But first, I'm starting off with the KeyWebCo Global Store. I need to have it generate enough money to warrant the investment to decide if I want to go bigger. But for now, what's important in my business, and that's why we're clearing out this warehouse, is I have a local business idea and project that I've already checked out. Hey!
Terry.
I've already checked out all the logistics, and it is doable. The people involved are trustworthy enough for the money, because they're going to be making a commission. My idiot employee could be putting motorcycles and ATVs together all day and stay out of my face, so he'd be in the warehouse, so I don't have to look at him. That's the best place for your employees, somewhere you don't have to see him. Because you just watch him, and you'll watch him start screwing around, and all you're thinking is time is money, time is money. It's better to put him off somewhere you don't watch him work. Hey! But today, you have the opportunity to take in what I'm fleshing out. And what I'm fleshing out is $1 million worth of inventory that I am not listing. Cut it out. You have fleas? Fleas?
Something going to hole.
I know. Some treat is in his hole. He's throwing a fit. All right, so today at 1 o'clock, you have the chance to fill boxes. That's what you do. You're not buying items. You're buying a box. That's it. I'm telling you this way so you understand how e-commerce works. Let me give you a warning. I'm an honest seller. I even give you an opportunity to tell me what's in the box, and I confirm that that's what I'm shipping in your order. I do that because I'm an honest, upright business person. I was looking on Facebook. This is where I got the idea to do the boxes. I was looking on Facebook the other day. This is where I got the idea. But they weren't so honest. They had a customer pop back in there, and they had, I sell 5 of these, 5 of these, 5 of these. That's 15 items. They were sending 15 items, but it wasn't 5, 5, and 5. It was 4, 6. You know, they would put different numbers rather than what the person was expecting. But because the buyer just bought an empty box, because literally when you buy a box, you're buying an empty box. That seller did not have any list. Turn that off. That seller did not have a place where the buyer could say, okay, in this box that I paid $50 for, there's supposed to be 5 of these, 5 of these, and 5 of these. Only a Facebook listing, not even a real listing in a store. Now, mine's a real listing in the store. You're going to get your tracking and everything else just like you bought from anybody. You'll get an email. You'll get an email verification, all from my store. But that's not the end of the job. This is how it works. You get into the show. You ask me for anything you're interested in. Chances are we've got it in inventory. The thing is, will my employee get it out in time for the show? Today, I know for a fact, I don't think we're going to have a lot of buyers in today. But if we do, this is my first show where it's actually kind of right. But if we sell in the show, I'll be happy. If not, I'm still going to show you a few items that you can bid on. So what you do is, let's say it's comforters you want. And we pull out like 50, 60 comforters. We start holding them up. Okay, this comforter I paid $20 for. It's $10 online. Like it? It's number 1. I set it down. This comforter is number 2. I paid $5 for it online. It's big and heavy. It's not worth anything. If you want it, it's still $5 online. Now remember, shipping's not added. The reason I do this is we need a shipping total. I don't want to mark up everything that you're trying to bid on, what it's going to cost to send a single item. Chances are you're going to get this stuff cheap enough that you're going to go, oh my God, I'm going to go and spend a bunch of money. You can buy as much stuff as you want and as many boxes as you want. As long as I am live and you are asking for things and they are going in your boxes, then I stay on. If I don't have any buyers, we close it down. Everyone loses the opportunity to save a lot of money because these items will not be all flushed. I'm going to bonfire some and, donate. I've already donated a lot. But the stuff that's of value to e-commerce sellers, I'm keeping 300 out of 8,000 some odd listings. Hey! And I'm putting 100 each. Shut it up. Enough! I am so tired of that.
Look at the bathroom. Wait.
Yeah, he needs to go. That's
look
what
at the
it is.
face.
He's like, I gotta go to the bathroom. Yeah, he's gotta go to the bathroom. Hey, enough! Give him something to mess with. But so interrupted, I can't even think where I was. So obnoxious. But so you get in there and you bid on what you want. We'll keep going. If I don't have any buyers, it gets closed up. If I go on today and no one bids on anything, I'll show you stuff for a few minutes and then we're out of there. Because I'm not trying to waste my time on this. This is loss liquidation. The value in this is for you guys, not me. I'm just as happy making a bonfire. I'm ready to start my other business. I am lollygagging around on a profitable business that I've got all set up ready to go because I don't want to just bonfire $1 million worth of stuff. I'm going to give you guys the opportunity to make a lot of money or at least get it really cheap. And I mean that, guys. I'm not screwing around. I had a bonfire the other day. We burned, what was it, $20,000, $30,000 worth of stuff. People got all upset. Oh, don't burn it. Send it to me. Well, then you just come in and buy lots super cheap. So that's why I'm doing this. I'm actually lollygagging on a profitable business that I'm ready to rock and roll with. But I don't want to just flush $1 million. I can get some of it back. But the main point is to give you guys the opportunity to sell these items or get them super cheap rather than just give them away. Because I'm ready to go with my new business. This old business is nothing but a chain around my neck now. So I need to get all those products gone. So that's what I'm doing at 1 o'clock today. My lips blue? Oh, they're getting blue. Yeah, my lips are getting blue. All right, guys, I'm going to have to let you go because I'm getting a little dizzy and I need to get some oxygen in here. I will be back on at 1 o'clock Central Standard Time trying to peddle off all this stuff that I am not selling. If you look at the little app, that's bit.ly, bit.ly, capital D, capital D, capital L, capital S, HOP, small letters. That's DDLS, all capital, HOP. It stands for Dragon Deals Live Shop. Capital letters for all the first words. And then shop is HOP after the S. So if you look at that app, now there are a few little links in there. That has nothing to do with the show. Or it's something that was in the show, which I haven't done yet. Or it's something that's in the show that no one bid on, and my employee's already pulled it out, and he said, I've already taken a picture, I'm going to make a listing. So what we do is, we make a listing of that, but not at show price. Remember, I said, if I have a comforter and I pay $20 for it, you're going to pay $10 plus shipping. If we make a clearance listing, you're going to pay $20 plus shipping. You're still getting it at what I paid for it, but not that extra discount. And it will be priced per item shipping. So if you buy bulks or multiples, you don't get any discount. You don't save any money. So that's how that all works. In other words, it's extremely important to be in my show. That is the only time you're going to be able to save the mammoth money. And guys, I'm not kidding you. I've got some inexpensive stuff too. I've got high-end stuff. If you come in there, let's say you need, little cheapy stocking stuffer toys. Well, let's say everything I have is like valued at about $5 a piece. I paid $2.50 and I decide, screw it. You're buying a bunch of stuff, I'll just charge you $1 an item. Let's say you got 200 items in your box. That's $1 for every item that you have in your box. Doesn't include shipping. But you've got 200 freaking items in your box. chances are you're not going to pay anything but the $200. I'm not going to mark it up for the shipping because you bought a lot of stuff, so you save even more. Let's say, though, you bought $10 worth of stuff and it's all one comforter. And no matter what I do, there's no way I'm going to get that comforter shipped to you for less than $12, right? The big comforters are at least $12 to ship, right? Or 11.
17 at the most.
The real big ones are 17.
But it's only 2.
Yes, but if they're getting the normal ones, it's about $11, right?
Yeah.
So there's no way that I'm going to sell you a $10 box and ship it to you for free. You have to buy a $20 box. Yes, your order came to $10. That's the item. Then he'll box it. He'll tell you exactly what it costs. Then you just increase to the next box. Or I'll give you a discount on it. That's why you don't buy your box until we're done. Because I'm going to always try to give you a discount. The more items you get, even if you're already getting them cheap, I'm going to take bulk discounts off also. That is not available anywhere except in the live show. And I hope you're understanding this is a lot of money that you are saving on these items, guys. If I'm only charging you half of what I paid for them wholesale, and some of these are in lots, guys, that means you can sometimes get a comforter for $3, okay? Because I bought it in a lot. It's all based on what I paid, not the value of the item. That's why this is very big opportunity for everybody. All right. I'm not going to say that out loud, Kim, but that's very true. Yeah, read what Kim wrote. Just don't say it out loud. My employees say it high. Kim's been watching. By the way, Kim knows the roller coaster that I've done. She saw, I think she was around when I was doing all the shopping too, right? All the big vans and stuff.
It was Kim with the iCap.
Was that Kim that did that? No.
I think so, no?
No, I don't think that was Kim. I don't think so. That might have been. I don't know. Might have been Kim. I don't remember who did it. I don't want to say something and be wrong. But yeah, Kim's been watching a long time. She knows where I got a lot of this stuff. Not the wholesale orders, but all the clearance orders. Checking my lips. I'm doing all right. They're dry. And they're turning blue. Yeah, I'm going to have to let you guys go. I'm going to need oxygen. Okay, that's nice. I need oxygen, so I'm going to have to let you guys go. But definitely pop in at 1 o'clock today. We're going to have a wonderful time. It's going to be fun. Now, one thing I didn't mention, I'm going to mention real quick. In my show, you heard me talking about the lots of new items. You come in, you ask for stuff, we pull it out. You basically fill in your boxes online is what you're doing. That's one part of the show. Now, the fun part of the show, which I will go right to if no one's buying stuff, my employee is going to go over today, and today is only 2 items. We're only going to do 2 vintage items. I'm not going to tell him what to get. I'm not even going to know what it is. He's just going to go over to my curio cabinet. He's going to get one real valuable item, preferably, and one that you can that's interesting. It doesn't matter what it is. And you're not going to know what it is in advance, neither am I. And what he's going to do is he's going to go over to and this is for vintage item. He's going to go over, he's going to pull it out of my cabinet. It could be anything, Wedgwood, you name it, it could be anything. And I'm going to hold it up, and we're going to all look it up online. And then you make a bid. I'm not going to offer a price. You make a bid. If I like your bid, I accept it. Great. Buy a box. Off it goes. If not, it goes right back on the shelf and goes into my Prairie Grit in January, because I am going to do a vintage Prairie Grit store. Very small. But I'm going to just put the really good vintage stuff in there. I don't include vintage items anywhere on any of my other websites. I've always had a very strict rule about separating vintage and new products for sale. When I had them combined in eBay a long time ago, every single frickin' new item I sent out was considered used by the buyer. In other words, it wasn't used. They just knew I also sold used stuff. So they would always file, oh, this item's not new, this item's not new. Of course, they all were. But if you have a combination of new and used in your store, and if eBay looks and you sell your returns when they come back, which I don't, then they'll back them. So I said, well, I'll just fix that. I'll just take everything used out of my stores. And when I did that, I never had any of those filings again. Everyone's going to look for a way to steal from you guys, especially on these platforms. So just be prepared for that. All right, I'm getting dizzy. It's time for oxygen. I'm going to let you guys go. I will see everyone at 1 o'clock Central Standard Time. And I'm starting a little lightheaded, and my lips are getting blue, so I need to do my oxygen deal. I did manage to stay on here most of the time. I thought I was going to need it earlier. And I'm not that dizzy. but I can tell it's coming on. So I'm going to let you guys go. I hope you enjoyed listening to Rattle On and On and On today. A little bit about e-commerce, and I will see you at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time.